China is known for its low labor rates and a massive market for producing products, but is also known as the most populated country globally. To tackle overpopulation, China introduced the one-child policy in 1979 and allowed rural parents to have a second one if the first one was a daughter. When China announced the two-child policy in 2016, there was hope that couples would have a second child to help slow the country's aging. However, according to analysts, the move didn't work. The declining birth rate is now one of the most discussed topics in China, and there is a genuine sense of crisis. After decades of controlling the population, China is now promoting "have babies for the country" propaganda. Measures being considered now range from extending maternity leave to providing direct cash incentives or tax breaks to encourage people to have children. China's one-child policy was aimed to slow population growth. For the most part, it was strictly enforced. Those who violated the policy risked being fined, losing their jobs, or being subjected to forced abortions and sterilization. The birth rate had already begun to fall recklessly a decade before, but the steep decline even after lifting the one-child policy is scaring China. China's primary source of income is its products and low labor rates. If the working-age population continues to decline, how will China survive? Predictions for the future are even more miserable. The birth rate will continue to fall. In the next decade, the number of Chinese women aged 23 to 30 will drop by 40%, a significant drop in the childbearing age group. In 10 years, there will be only about 8 million births per year. As the two-child policy failed to lead to a sustained upsurge in births, China announced the three-child policy in May 2021. However, it was met with unenthusiastic responses and criticism on social media. Young people who grew up during 3 decades of strict family planning and rapid economic development have different perspectives than their parents. They're accustomed to being the center of attention and having significantly greater material wealth and personal freedom. They're also marrying late, having children late, and focusing on their own careers and happiness. Children are no longer the top priority for many young people in China today. When they consider starting a family, one of their main concerns is whether they can afford it. According to surveys, raising a child in a city can cost more than half of a Chinese family's income. To have one child is a struggle. To have 3 needs even more resources and support. Who wants to have 3 kids? Living costs are too high and life pressures are too huge, says one internet user. And this is really what has changed. People happen to be more free-thinking now and independent, and not easily swayed by propaganda or lukewarm incentives. They live for themselves, not for the country anymore. It turns out it is much harder to encourage population growth than to curb it.